What if India and Pakistan united? A shared future. India and Pakistan, two nations that share a rich cultural heritage, yet have been divided by history for over 75 years. In 1947, when these two countries were separated after British colonial rule, the impact was not just on borders, but on the very essence of their people. Families were torn apart, friendships were broken, and the wounds of partition ran deep. However, despite the deep-rooted history, what if things had turned out differently? What if India and Pakistan, instead of remaining divided, had chosen to unite? Could they have built a future of peace and prosperity together? For over 7 decades, both countries have navigated the stormy seas of conflict, mistrust, and political tension. The wars, the military build-ups, the rivalry, and the complex relationship between the two nations have dominated not just their own histories, but also the global stage. Yet in this turmoil, both countries share many common threads, shared cultural values, history, and even similar challenges. So, what if they had decided to put their differences aside and work together for a common goal? The economic possibilities. Imagine for a moment a united India and Pakistan. Both countries are home to one of the world's largest populations, with diverse economies and growing industrial sectors. Together, they could create one of the largest and most influential economic powers in the world. Today, India and Pakistan both face immense challenges like poverty, unemployment, and underdeveloped infrastructure. These challenges could have been tackled more effectively if both nations worked together. By pooling resources, skills, and manpower, India and Pakistan could have become a formidable force in the global economy, advancing rapidly in technology, manufacturing, and innovation. Rather than competing for foreign investment, a united India and Pakistan could have attracted far more attention from investors worldwide. Together, the two countries could have formed a joint economic zone, boosting trade, tourism, and the export of goods. The combined workforce would have created endless opportunities for development in sectors like agriculture, technology, and energy, making both nations self-sufficient and less reliant on external aid. The military and security perspective. When we talk about unity, it's impossible to ignore the military aspect. India and Pakistan both spend significant portions of their budgets on defense, given their long-standing tensions and the threat of conflict. But what if, instead of using their resources for rivalry, they could have combined their military strengths to ensure peace and security in the region? A united military force could have focused on ensuring internal stability, fighting terrorism, and securing the borders together. Rather than engaging in arms races, both nations could have used the money to invest in education, healthcare, and infrastructure, strengthening the overall well-being of their people. In terms of regional influence, India and Pakistan together would have been a stronger and more effective presence in international forums like the United Nations, the World Trade Organization, and other global organizations. By uniting, they could have played a key role in mediating conflicts across Asia, creating a more stable region. Cultural and social unity. Beyond the political and economic aspects, India and Pakistan share a deep cultural connection. The rich traditions, languages, music, food, and festivals are a testament to the shared history before partition. Cricket, which is more than just a sport in both countries, could have become an even greater unifying force. Imagine the power of a united Indian-Pakistani cricket team representing both countries on the world stage, not as rivals, but as a united force. Socially, the two countries have much in common, from the food they eat to the traditions they follow. A united India and Pakistan could have embraced their shared heritage, promoting mutual understanding, respect, and cultural exchange. This could have resulted in greater tolerance and acceptance of diversity, bridging the gap between communities that have been divided for so long. If the two countries worked together to promote cultural events, festivals, and artistic collaborations, they could have built a foundation of unity that resonated across the globe. By celebrating their common heritage, India and Pakistan could have shown the world the power of reconciliation and the strength that lies in unity. Overcoming historical barriers, but of course none of this would have been easy. The wounds of partition are still felt to this day. The bitterness, the mistrust, and the history of conflict cannot simply be erased. The emotional scars run deep. But what if the two nations, after decades of rivalry, decided to take a step forward. And it wouldn't have been a perfect process. There would have been setbacks, disagreements, and moments of tension. But what if the leaders of both countries recognized the potential of unity and put their differences aside for the future generations? The road to peace and unity would have required sacrifice, forgiveness, and the willingness to heal old wounds. The youth of India and Pakistan could have been the key to this transformation. Both nations have vibrant young populations eager for progress and peace. If the younger generations were given the opportunity to come together, share ideas, and collaborate, the future could have been far brighter. What could have been? The possibilities of a united India and Pakistan are vast, but the reality is that these two nations remain divided. However, by looking at what could have been, we understand the importance of unity indeed, not just for India and Pakistan, but for the entire world. It is a reminder that despite our differences, we share far more than we realize. And in the face of adversity, cooperation and unity are always worth striving for. Closing line. So, what do you think? Is it possible for India and Pakistan to unite and work together for a brighter future? Could a shared destiny have led to a better world? Share your thoughts in the comments below.